Hi there everybody, I'm JW Bowe. Welcome to Cave Mind, the luckiest rapids for a conversation between myself and Arthur Wapkaplitt. And also in this session, Thomas Shaw, who's come along with a selection of New World real ale craft beers in tins. We're going to be having a drink of those and giving some opinions. As ever, bollocks. The following should not offend but may cause brain or leakage. Have fun but don't judge. Goodbye. I've got something for you.
Me?
Yeah. There you are.
Tickets to the opera.
I thought I know just the Arthur to give those to. Might have an interest.
The real reproduce and sell re-ring milk from our farm just outside Shrewsbury.
It's dead nice.
Is it?
Yeah, I did a pickup on Tuesday, I think, this week. You put your order in,
Yeah.
and then you go and collect it a couple of days later. There was a fridge just full of thick double cream and stuff. It was all my... Have you been there?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
My mum and dad went to get...
Oh, it's like a dairy fantasy.
I didn't go inside, I don't think. I stayed out.
Out in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It was just a thought we were just on the way back from somewhere.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
You've been to collect your stuff? Yeah, been to collect your beers?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You don't know? Unfortunately, you don't know.
I'm usually very drunk, so I don't really know.
So all of these that you've brought us tonight, because Arthur and I have been joined together with someone else. We don't know his name.
Tom.
Tom.
Yep.
And we picked you up, and you promised a boot full of beer, and you were about to deliver. Tom has brought 15 tins and bottles of high quality. Are we going to say craft beers, or is that too?
You can call it that if you want. You can
real ale. He's brought some socks and sandal.
Yeah,
drinks.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to go through them. And there's some of these are quite like that. We've taken some pictures of these.
Yeah.
So the lucky few people at home listening will get to see what we're looking at. Not now, because I'm not going to tell you this one, but she is hot.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what attracts me to that particular beer, is it?
I like a cold bottle.
Yeah.
And I like an unbroken seal as well. I mean, you can break a seal, I don't mind, and I'll still cut off the blubber and eat it up.
But I mean, you can just fill it up with something else and put the lid back on.
You've brought two through here. What are we going to go for first? How do you want to do this?
Should we do this one first?
Yeah. So just for people at home, he's reached for a beer. He's got it in his right hand.
Yeah, in both hands.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to drop it, you know.
No, not yet.
I'm not very good with only one hand. I need both.
But he's put it back down.
Yeah.
And because he's just thought, I don't have a bottle opener.
Yeah,
Shall I go and get one?
Yeah, that would be useful.
That started very well.
We need a section of drain pipe as well.
Yeah, it's alright.
If we're going to do the gravity
drink
test.
the beer through,
just to see how quickly it travels down.
Oh, okay.
And do the slant test. No.
I feel like it may have been on the table when you moved it, so it may have...
No.
Ah, that's well done. Well
Yes,
done.
yeah, I got it.
The chap with no name there. Okay.
It's
Glad it's going very well.
It's Tom. Okay.
Show us how you do it.
Open it. This is
I've never seen a. Yeah.
I've never seen this.
You'll have to use that. You'll have to use that one. That bit there.
Ah. It's hiding away there.
Gets it underneath. And twist.
It's a very satisfying noise, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Just enough pressure. Although I think the tin is going to sound even better. Ooh, that's cloudy. What has come out
So this
looks
is.
like...
Would you like to know what it is?
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
Is there a description?
We just want to drink it and then. Well, actually, that's my glass.
Wow. Yeah,
I'll put some
sorry. Yeah.
glass.
I'm going too slowly, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, do you want to put that one aside?
You might just have to down it on one.
Oh.
I'll try and drink it quite quickly.
Oh, that smells amazing, I've got to say.
It does, yeah.
I've had a Goose
Slightly
IPA, which is nice and hoppy and refreshing, but...
It smells slightly winey.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
It may actually just be wine. That might.
Is this that lady?
Yeah.
Right.
The hot lady.
The hot lady.
If she's your kind of thing.
As well as beers,
Yeah.
I'm going to sneeze. And I've got some questions.
Okay.
I brought some questions down
Okay.
as well.
Beery questions.
Nah, some are.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
probably relate the questions to beer. I
Yeah.
think you can relate pretty much anything to beer.
This one that I picked up, he had some beer questions.
Okay.
But
We'll get
he
to
wouldn't,
those.
he wouldn't tell me his name.
In good time.
No, he
No.
just sat in the car quietly
Secret.
growing his hair.
Tom. Short for Tom.
Oh, Tom, like bomb.
Short for Tominic.
Tomic. Okay, yeah, we can make that work.
Tominic.
I know we can't put it there.
On that pad thing, well, yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's
No.
how long's that safe for?
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
See if I kick. I might kick it down. Is there are there Methodists in our madness?
Is there Methodist in our madness?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
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 Do you?
Yeah, they the ones who brick up the windows at their churches.
The Methodists?
Yeah. Is that them?
I'm not sure.
Do you know the group that I mean? Don't want to be offensive this early into the evening.
Do they ever knock on doors?
Do they walk around parks wearing like jogging suits, harassing people? like-
Yeah.
They marry lots of people.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're being as careful as me.
Yeah.
And it's that lot, not the Methodists who brick the windows up, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
the Methodist.
The Plymouth Brethren. I said their name. Can I try my beer now?
Yes.
I've waited for Arthur. He's got round and he's caught up. It smells like it's going to be good, this. What am I going to be getting here?
Why don't you tell me?
It smells like mint yogurt.
Kaz. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you are. That delivers something else. Good grief. Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa, in that.
What's going on there?
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, we better read the blurb at the back.
Well, so let's say what it's called first. This is
Calypso, which is well named because...
That's like I've never.
what did I say? I said I know the hitchhikers to pick up.
I didn't know that beers could be that different.
Yeah.
It's
That's good. That's like when you buy a sherbet dip when you're a kid, and it makes you go.
It's got intensity to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked. It plays havoc in your mouth.
Yeah.
it is
And I never thought I'd say that during a beer review. And
No.
I meant that. It
Yeah.
did
No,
play
it's
havoc.
amazing, and that's just the start.
It's only 4% as well. So for
No
for 4%
way.
beer, that is.
Yeah, that's
It's quite a lot
packing.
going
That
on.
is packing a lot. I think we're saying go with Calypso.
Yeah.
It's not orthodox,
No, it's
and it's not strong, but it's.
I'd
So
recommend
just
that
to elaborate, it's by a brewery called Siren from Berkshire. Bark. What?
Have another go. See what else you can conjure.
No,
Yep.
I've got nothing else.
Yep, it's probably Berkshire.
So yeah, it's a dry hopped Berliner Weiss.
Okay, that is dry.
It is dry.
That is like
Dry.
almost white wine. I would say, and I don't know if this is correct, if I'm using the correct terminology, I'm getting a lot of mouthfeel.
Are you? What
Getting
kind
on.
of mouthfeel are you getting?
Well, trepidation now, because I've recently learnt, this might astound you, Arthur, I've recently learnt from this one, Tom, that one of the descriptive terms that you're looking for, one of the examination
It's a word that is used in beer.
is...
Mouthfeel.
Did you just say that again?
Mouthfeel.
Could you have one more go? Is that too much?
Are we hyphenating or is it all one word?
Hey, as you like.
Mouthfeel.
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 Yeah. You getting mouthfeel?
How does your mouth feel?
My mouth honestly feels like it's being kicked by kids with sherbet dips.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
a great description.
I spoke to the brewer and he said that's exactly what we're going for.
Yeah. It sounds like there's like a pinata going off in your mouth.
Yeah. It is. It's genuinely maybe in a similar way that a citrus knocks you about a bit on the inside.
So yeah,
that is good.
What are the five? Is it 5 different senses you get? Tastes you get? Bitterness, sweetness. What are the others?
Sourness.
Sour.
So this would be a sour.
This is a sour one.
Yeah, this is a sour.
And that gets you. Where's your sour bit? On the back of your tongue?
I'm getting it on the roof of my palate mostly. I don't know if in your brain.
My brain's quite sour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite a sour person.
Yeah, but you're a serious.
Well,
You're a beery. You've had that little
yeah.
operation to get the hatch
Yeah.
done on your head, so you can
Yeah.
just pour it straight in.
I'd say the sides of my tongue are getting
Yeah.
particularly excited by this.
I feel slightly as though my mouth has been lacquered, but in something not very thick.
Not like laminated then.
No, my mouth doesn't feel laminated, but yeah,
Varnish,
I feel like I might
varnish.
have had some. This doesn't sound like a compliment. I might have had some non-smear window spray. Just one go
What
in my
about
mouth.
Scotch Guard.
What are they guarding? Are we letting them do anything? They should be in their sheds inventing. That is all the Scots should be doing. That's tremendous.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't meant to talk about politics.
No, we said we won't ban it, but we won't.
Have
we
you
won't
had
ban it
all
out
of these
in the air.
before?
Most of them. There's a couple here that I got just because I fancied trying them and this seemed like a good pretense.
yeah.
To do it.
It's just fab, isn't it? It does feel like.
Do you work out a lot? If you don't
No.
mind?
No.
So what's going on with you drinking so much beer and being so thin? How do you manage
Yeah,
that?
I
Why
think
aren't you
I-
round?
I have to say, when I was driving
I
along,
mean, I don't drink and I'm
and
round.
I saw him walking down the A49275923.
But that didn't take long. Very short road.
No,
Really short road.
no, he was sprightly with his bag of beers in his
Yeah.
hand, and I thought
Maybe that's what it is. Running
yeah.
to the off licence and back.
yeah.
I think I just metabolise quickly.
Yeah.
Look at this. Okay, straight away we're going into round 2.
Well, we've got a lot to get through.
That's true.
Can I actually? I ought to write these down. But I'm genuinely. Well, I'm writing the last one down anyway. What was it?
You have just journeyed through.
It might be handy if we tell the listeners what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, I've taken some pictures earlier.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we,
that first one
And
that
I'm
I
going to
like.
put them up. Calypso.
Oh, beg your pardon. You did say Calypso made by
Siren. Yeah, it was a bit strange. We were in the car and John pulls over and gets his camera out and he said, "Would you mind getting out of the car?"
I'm doing that.
Yeah, I was a bit worried if
I
I was
said,
honest.
well, it's alright, we just took it round to the boot.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Okay. Arthur's going for a pour.
Well, I was always told be wary of tinned beers.
Yeah.
But
Now, you could have just started a whole thing here, because I've always thought the same. They just taste tinny. But...
if you drink them straight out of the tin,
yeah, they taste tinny.
then yeah.
But Tom assured me several months ago that Brewdog from a bottle or a tin tastes exactly the same. He couldn't tell the difference, and I thought that's good enough for me to give it a try. And damn me, these new tin ales are they are amazing, aren't they?
I think it would be very much like somebody that will only listen to their music on a record and not a CD.
Yeah.
If you put them in someone else's house and didn't tell them whether they were listening to it, they wouldn't know.
Are we saying that a beer from a bottle is vinyl then? Is that iTunes?
Yeah.
Bottle beer is vinyl.
Bottle beer is vinyl, yeah.
And tin beers
CD.
are like an iPad.
An iPod.
An iPlob.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this.
So I'm going to go off on a slight tangent here. Arthur.
Yeah.
So this beer's by a brewery called Beavertown. I understand you're a hedgehog enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite curious what your thoughts on beavers are.
I like beavers. I like beavers and I like platypuses.
Good, yeah, I think everyone.
Very much.
Yeah.
I still don't believe they're real.
I've
A
got
platypus?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Not a chance. But a beaver?
I've got a friend.
I think beavers are real in the summer.
I've got a friend who thinks she might have seen a platypus.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
In a river.
Seems unlikely.
Is it?
Well, if they're made up. Are they not? Are you saying they're not made up?
Well, she's saying they're not made up, I think. I believe her. I think she saw one.
It's not just, you know, like...
She lives in Australia, which is where they're supposed to be. If they're, nobody's ever, I don't think anybody's ever seen one in Greece.
Ah.
Which is weird, because it sounds like a Greek name to me.
Yeah.
Or a Roman.
Ah, sorry,
So
I was thinking about the leotards.
Platypus
in the
doesn't
film.
sound very, very Aboriginal, does it, somehow?
Platypus. It doesn't sound very anything.
It sounds like it could have been a Greek philosopher to me.
Platypus would be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
A bad one. One who could sort of fell over a lot.
Yeah.
The puss makes you think of pussycat,
Yeah.
but the platter...
Or someone
There's
that
no
just
cats don't platter around, do
can't
they?
speak for more than 30 seconds without giving some kind of platitude.
Yeah, I got a fat tongue.
Yeah.
Well, damn unlikely to be real there.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's...
Beaver's
Yeah.
better
But we're
than
talking
platypus.
beavers anyway. But
Yeah.
do you believe in beavers?
I've never seen one, and I don't really believe in anything I haven't seen with my own eyes. So
He believes in angels.
What about if you've seen them on the telly? Does that count? I suppose you could see a ghost on the telly.
could be
couldn't
CGI. Could be CGI.
you? Yeah.
I mean, if you're telling me this little furry thing can,
Mine's
Pick up
gonna
wood.
get,
yeah,
Just damn
gonna get
things.
to the point soon where they can just create these things in real life. So you could be interacting with a beaver and not know whether or not it's a real beaver. It could be a little
is
robot.
that what 3D printing is?
And they get
I think
confused,
so.
Yeah.
and they think a major A road is a river
Mm.
because they get confused about the flow of traffic. And they think it's flowing like a river,
Mm.
and they start
Building
grabbing
dams in the
cars and just dragging them in, and because they make a bloody good dam, don't they?
But if we started damming the A483, our house would probably increase in value.
Maybe
I have dammed that road,
Mm.
but in an entirely different way.
Yeah. Right.
Later at night,
Okay.
with pentangles
Ah, right.
and fire.
Okay.
But yeah, I've
And
never
did-
tried
did
to
they
actually
work?
stop the traffic.
I didn't stop the traffic.
maybe
No.
you should branch out into beaver protection as well.
I might try
and
that.
see what happens.
Yeah. Who would win?
I
How
might-
many hedgehogs to take down a beaver?
I think they'd work together, personally.
Against
Humans.
humans. Mm.
Saw another dead badger this week, Arthur. Might as well get that out. Just up the road from me.
It's not my fault.
Usual scenario. Crossing a road.
Is it
Got
my fault?
confused, fell down, fell on its head. And it's sort of fly food now.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think they should stop attacking farmers. These farmers get worried, they see a badger at the end of the field and they think,
Yeah, they
Oh
do.
my God, that's going to
It's
come
coming
to
to
me.
me.
Yeah.
It's coming towards me.
Going to go protect my family.
Yeah.
Protect the cows.
Yeah. I think what farmers really need to do to stop the badger problem, it's obvious what stops badgers. We've talked about this at length. Any sort of road.
Yeah.
Badgers can't cross a road without falling down dead. If
Build
a
more
farmer
roads.
could carry some sort of, if he could carry a little knapsack
Yeah.
with a section of roadway in,
Yeah.
and if they know that badger's coming towards them from say a distance of 300 or 400 metres,
Build a road.
they could just
Yeah.
flip out the knapsack, flip the lid off, chuck the road out right in front of the badger. It runs across, boom, it's down and dead.
Yeah.
And the farmers,
Also, I think another point to consider: badgers, the black and white. The farmer, for all he knows, all he knows, it could be a great white shark.
well, that's true. Yeah. From a poorly
That's true.
I did
cleaned
certainly mistake,
tractor's
yeah.
viewing platform. Is that what they're in? Those?
Yeah. The globule.
Yeah, in the summer it's covered in mosquitoes. The high speed that the tractor's moving at. Yeah, it's probably realistic.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it'd be an easy.
Sort of person that logs
I actually
everything.
didn't mention that one thing.
Yeah, no, she said there was a thing, but
Yeah,
she said
God,
that.
I said, for
Don't
Christ's
you
sake,
bet-
don't tell John.
Yeah,
Bet she did.
does.
Bet she
Yeah,
did.
I was really concerned. Oh no, I'd use that strimmer.
Yeah.
I cleaned the spark plug off on it.
I think I might have said strimmer to your mum.
Mm.
Because I do remember about 3 seconds later thinking, no, it wasn't a strimmer, it was a hedge cutter, but
What's
she's
it
probably
now?
not even listening.
Yeah. But
But there you go.
lucky,
didn't realise you was
lucky
making
me,
notes.
I've had a few days of sort of being concerned. I thought you might attack me with a strimmer, or the
I should-
bill would be even worse, wouldn't it?
I'll go better prepared next time. I keep saying things off the cuff without thinking about it. And if I'd had little notes,
Yeah.
hedge cutter, not strimmer.
Not
I
strimmer,
wouldn't have made
yeah.
that daft mistake.
Should it not be a hedge strimmer? Or is that just in the realms of fantasy? Now?
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah.
Makes you think that there's different people that dream these things up. If it was the same person, they should just give one person in the world the responsibility of naming things. And I think that should be John.
Yeah, I'm a good namer. I like
And then there wouldn't
naming.
be any fuss with the
Well,
like electrical stuff. Everyone, if you've invented a new thing and it's got some kind of electrical usage, take it to John and he'll name it. And he'll look at his records and he'll think, well, I named one
Yeah.
about 4 months ago,
I'll-
and I named it this, and it's quite close, so I'm going to give it and it would all work out.
You know what I think? I think it's just splitting hairs, really, and it's just creating more things that we have to buy.
But if I get to charge each time I name it, and I bless the electrical instrument, the electrical equipment by lowering it into a font of water,
That would be useful. Yeah.
Well,
and
this,
checking
You'd
that
be
it's
cleaning
working.
it at the same time.
well, I believe that is what Methodists do. So we're back to.
Oh, that is the method.
That is the Methodist.
Oh, you see now we always get there.
Yeah.
We always
Full
get to
circle.
the answer.
So we
yeah.
can cross that off now.
Yeah.
So there is madness in the Methodists,
Yeah. Well, good on
and a
that.
little bit of sense.
I've been drawing you some
Right.
more pictures.
I
on that
wasn't
board.
quite so keen on that one.
Yeah, we completely avoided that.
Well,
Not,
let's-
I didn't dislike it, but it didn't smack me in the knackers like the last one.
Yeah, which is so unusual.
Yeah, it really did.
what about mouthfeel? How's the mouthfeel on it?
Disappointed.
On a scale of the alphabet, M.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's about what about.
It's about halfway
About
through.
13 out of 26.
Mid
It's
1990s.
average.
Yeah. Or on a map, Peru.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Higher or lower? Foothills or
Oh, I don't know.
foot.
I haven't thought of the altitude, John. You've thrown me there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, the altitude of
Probably. I wouldn't like to say it was so high that you can't breathe properly. But they're not so low that you're cold.
the altitude level, according to themselves, is 5.4%,
Oh, that's, yeah.
which is the higher end of the foothills.
Maybe
I
Costa
would say.
Rica. Maybe Costa Rica then.
Costa Rica, yeah. For me, let's have another go. Where's this taking me?
Let your flaps open, John. Let your flaps
Oh
open.
yeah, sorry. I've got them set up on little wing nuts now.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that toffee going on in there. It's sweet, and it wants to make me think of a little Belgian chocolate shop from a fairy tale. But it's relying on me to do some of that. But otherwise, that is excellent. I think if we hadn't had the extraordinary...
I'm wondering whether you've fluffed up by giving me the greatest beer I've ever had first thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll wait on that.
But if you didn't know, did you think, let's get this off to a good start? Or have you not tried that one before? Or,
I think that was quite testy.
Do you think there's
putting that
better
one
to
in.
come?
I would like to think there's better to come.
Really?
Yeah.
This is where I'm gonna.
Every time I pick this
because
guy
we've got a guy who knows his beer against
Yeah.
someone who doesn't know beer from anything, and I am genuinely. I'm going to be the one that says, "Yeah, I like that Asda home brand wine best."
Yeah.
That's it, and that's
Okay.
yeah. I'm scared now.
Well, don't be scared.
You're going to put some fantastic beers down, and you're both going to love it. And I'm going to speak first, and I'm going to say, no, that doesn't agree with
Yeah,
me.
but
And
you
you're
don't
both going
know
to say, no, that's the best beer that's ever been brewed.
I think...
I don't care. Fuck it.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I
there's
think,
no-
don't worry.
I'm not worried.
No.
There's no right or wrong.
I'm going to try and do that now on purpose.
Yeah, I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And also, we haven't got a drain pipe or a gutter or anything, so I can't do the gravity test. Which is...
I think that would roll downhill fine.
Mm.
That's bodied, but not crazy.
Yeah.
If I was going to do some writing while enjoying a sip of that, that would be a nice afternoon's.
What kind of thing would you be writing, do you think? Fiction, non-fiction, comedy?
Nice advert.
I think.
Porn.
Period romance?
Sorry, is that?
Period porn.
It's not generally the porn that I look at, but
Period porn.
maybe I should give that a go.
We should probably
I've been
say what
struggling
we
lately.
should probably say what it is before we go and get another one.
Particle.
This is Gamma Ray by Beaverton.
By what? Beaverton?
Beaverton, yes.
Is that what you said?
Beavertown. Which is this? Where's this from?
Hence the beaver.
This is
reference
from
earlier.
London.
Oh, okay.
Oh, London.
I think it's like.
Is this one of the beers made from the famous rock and roll guy's son?
Yes, but.
Oh, score point for me.
Right.
Well done, me.
Famous rock. No,
I get to put
guess.
an extra sock on
Don't-
my sandal for getting that right.
Don't tell me who it is,
Yeah.
because now I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
It'd be-
okay, yeah.
You know, it'd be a waste to just mention
Yeah.
who it is. What did you say? Famous what?
Famous rock and roll frontman. About as famous a rock and roll frontman as you get. Kind of not. Well, it's not Mick Jagger, and he's probably not as famous as Mick Jagger, but the next.
It's Noddy Holder.
It's yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah, it's not that far off. In truth, actually, is Noddy Holder,
Yeah.
and he lives locally.
We used to live in Wolverhampton. He used to live next door to my dad's mum.
Really?
Yeah. But, yeah.
Oh,
My dad knew him.
oh
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't him.
No. Yeah. It was his son.
No, it wasn't his son. It was
So it's slightly less famous than someone like Paul McCartney or
Yeah.
You know, while you're trying to
He's a
guess
singer.
that, I'll go and
Yeah.
get it.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
Robert Plant. No, did he live in London?
It is Robert.
Yeah. It's
It
Robert
is Robert
Plant's
Plant.
son's brewery.
Is it?
Yeah.
Robert Plant's the only frontman who's only a little bit less famous than Mick Jagger or Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Who else? Who
There
else
isn't anyone else.
No.
Roger Daltrey, but he's not as good. He's not in the same league as Robert Plant.
No, not
No.
as famous. I don't think
No.
through generations.
No.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, good.
That was extraordinary. That calypso, wasn't it?
I thought it was unbelievable. Yeah, really
Yeah.
jangled me jingle ganders.
He's got he's got some other tarty beers with him. He's always worth picking up. If you see him walking down the road,
I think he's
Bring-
with the best one first, and everything's gonna be.
I like the drama of this though.
No, I'm gonna be disappointed.
He's sort of maybe.
I'm gonna get.
Do you know what the trouble I have with James Brown is as a singer? I can't argue any of it, and I really like my funk. But he comes in too strong at the start, immediately every song. Wow! And he keeps going like that, and he's burning it out after 30
that
seconds.
one that's on the soundtrack of.
Whoa!
Got a big one.
He's come in with a big tin.
Well, this
That
looks like, that looks like it could have 2 tennis balls in it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or a lot of ping pong balls.
Okay, so that's how it comes out.
I don't see any balls of any description in there. So.
No, that's good. Good start.
And what is this one?
Is that a normal size can?
It's becoming the normal.
Is that like the same size can as one of those monster?
No,
silly
sorry,
monster
no.
cans?
Tom's got a withered hand, so it just looks,
it looks.
Oh,
it looks
Tom's-
enormous.
Are you miles away?
No, just his hand.
Just
The rest of him
just
is
one
close,
hand, yeah.
but he's got an enormous arms that goes out all around your room, but it just comes down to a
Okay.
little weathered hand. That is very pale, whatever it is.
It is a pale ale. That's what it says.
It is.
So,
Is that how they're pronouncing that?
what, pale, not palette, parlay, are they?
The
name of the brewery is Dea, and the name of the beer is Steady Rolling Man, which I believe is another musical reference.
And what is its
Steady Rolling Man?
altitude level?
Yeah.
Steady Rolling Man is Eric Clapton on Ocean Boulevard.
Ah, I thought I recognised it from somewhere.
Was it 361 Ocean Boulevard? 461 Ocean Boulevard.
Have a look at that. What do you think of the designs of the tins? They're very colourful, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
not sure that one looks
it's like a
that.
Blue Peter summer activity centre has been unleashed on the tins, isn't it?
But there is another drinks company that fizzy drinks, kids, pop,
Fizzy children,
fizzy kids pop
fizzy kids pop.
tin that looks like that. What is
Yeah.
it? Sometimes it has a little foil thing over there.
Umbongo.
No, not Umbongo. Oh, more professional.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Orange and
Orangina, maybe.
yeah. No, it's not Orangina.
No,
It's called Malagarino or something, isn't it?
That could be it. Yeah.
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 Is that what it's called?
Something foreign.
Yeah, Italian.
Maybe that's what put me off that one. I don't know.
You're thinking of Italians.
If it had
Yeah,
foil
it is.
over the top, that made a difference.
It might have made me think even more of this kid's drink, and that might have put me off even more. I don't know. I'm gonna.
How do you like the nose on that?
The nose on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's been a shift. There's been a sudden change in the wind.
I don't know whether I don't even know whether I
Oh,
should
that's
say
sweet,
this.
isn't it?
but-
No, go.
The first thing I thought of when I smelt that, and this may not have any direct. I might just have a mental jump. Bleach. But the second smell, definitely not bleachy.
Well, that's good. That's reassuring.
Orange. I smell oranges.
That is excellent. That's not crazy in any direction,
No.
but that has got everything going on there. That's nice on the hop, but rounded. It's a little bit toffee, but I mean that is super pale, so that's not.
When you say toffee,
Correct.
do you mean posh or like the sweet?
Yeah.
Posh.
Yeah, like like the candy, like a little candy hammer.
Okay, right.
If they added any more toffee to that,
So,
you'd need to give me a little hammer
posh
with it.
person eating a toffee by the sounds of it.
Yeah, the toffee.
Oh, toff's feet.
Yeah.
If they're a consultant, perhaps.
Okay.
But I don't think that's doing it justice, even if it makes sense.
No.
I'd go with.
Do you know what this would go well with?
I say nice, but I'm getting a slightly soapy thing
Okay.
as an aftertaste. But still good, still nice.
I mean, this
But I think actually with me, most beers give me a slightly soapy aftertaste.
this has got wheat in it.
Yeah.
I didn't find that with.
I was
you were
just
saying,
wondering.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Hey,
say.
maybe I'm good at this.
Yeah. You are.
You only need to have an opinion,
I'm
don't
just
you?
guessing.
You're good at making them up.
I
even
heard
if you
him
make
say
them up.
Soapy earlier. And maybe subconsciously
Sophie.
remembered Soapy and Cloudy in the same sentence.
I mean, this froth on the top, maybe it actually is just
Bit of
soap.
yeah.
And I've got to keep remembering to take my vitamins as well. That's going to spoil it. I don't mind.
Yeah, no, do take those. You've got to be safe, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's settle down.
Have a lap.
Do you want to? We got excited about the beers.
Should we go to the next
Do you want to do a question?
Questions from lyrics.
Yeah. You remember we've done this before?
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, read the questions from lyrics, you mean?
Yeah.
No, have we?
Yeah. It's probably on the last whiteboard I've got
Oh,
full
okay.
of scribbles behind you that I never take home.
Right. If you got a little collection going.
Yeah. It was the last agenda like that. Yeah.
Is this kind of like what they used to do on that BBC quiz show on the final round? There's kind of a music themed quiz show, and they used to do.
Oh God, have I been stealing ideas again?
I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to think of it.
What's it called?
Well, I'll just say, all right then.
The Generation Game.
Was it? Oh, I was thinking of a different one.
No, this isn't a game. This is much more important than that. It's serious philosophical or otherwise conundrums
Okay.
from lyrics wrought large.
Far away.
You want to read? Can you read my writing, or do you want me to?
How's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the dicks? Chicks.
You know what? I meant to write who's, not how's.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Who's? It's a sex machine to all the chicks. That'll be James Brown, wouldn't it?
Nearly.
Is it not James?
Isaac Hayes.
I assumed
Shaft.
I assumed it was John Fashanu.
Oh, God, we've got three different
Yeah,
answers here. They could
because
all be
he's
right.
he's one of our best songwriters, isn't he?
Yeah, he's you know.
Where?
Well,
We all know the stories.
Who's the black private dick that's a sex machine to all the chicks?
Oh,
That's
is
from
it?
the Shaft
Is it?
soundtrack.
Oh, is it?
Is it the guy from? Is it Chris Harris from Top Gear?
Now it could be.
He's very good at
I've never seen
reviewing
that.
cars.
He is very good at reviewing cars, but he's not.
the attractive
He's
quality.
not the blackest man on Top Gear.
Well, but is
Do
this
you mean
not-
Rory Reid? Yeah, he does.
I think we're splitting hairs.
But
this
it could be
might
John Fashanu, I think.
I'm going to stick with John Fashanu.
It could be. It could be Sergeant Wilkins.
I mean, it's Isaac Hayes who's asked it.
Well, he might be talking about some local thing in his local community.
Yeah, I realise now I haven't at all considered the answer. I just thought that's such a good question.
Okay.
I don't even know if that deserves answering.
But yeah, I don't even know what the quote is. What is the quote?
Who's the black private dick?
Oh, so
that's a
he
sex
asked
machine
that.
to all the chicks.
It is.
Well,
a question.
it is answered. Actually, the next line is the answer.
Oh, does it give a name?
Yeah, Shaft.
Oh right, Shaft.
Yeah.
Okay.
It brings up a lot of questions. This song,
They should make a film
but
of it.
the answer is always
I think they
Shaft.
need to rewrite that song because I don't think John Fashanu was really known in the public eye when that song was written.
No.
I think it's now outdated.
And I wonder if he got any royalties from writing that.
Who, John Fashanu?
Yeah.
Did he write it?
I thought that's what we were. Oh no, I'm right.
I'm
okay.
suggesting the answer should be changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were suggesting that John Fashanu's wrote the lyrics for Isaac Hayes
Like,
We might have.
that could we don't.
before becoming one of our top. Was he an athlete?
Well, apparently he was quite clever as a 2-year-old. John Fashanu.
Right.
He was very literate.
Okay.
Put in a lot to do with some of the weird chemicals they used to bathe him in. Apparently.
Mm.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And he took up all kinds of weird.
Okay.
That's all I know about.
I-
John
I'm
Fashanu.
not-
I don't know if he
not-
had any inclination towards writing songs or anything. It's the one
It's
thing
not.
that
He's
comes
not
up
bringing the picture to mind at all for me.
I
John
looked him up-
Fashanu.
I looked him
I
up on
don't know.
Wikipedia about 3 weeks ago,
Right.
and it said he was bathed in all kinds of weird acids that mentally,
Oh dear.
jizzed in.
But he got himself together and became a private dick.
Yeah. Well, he wrote about it, didn't he?
I assume beforehand he spent some years on the
Tom's probably
as
far
an
more-
NHS dick before you get that
Was he,
opportunity
Tom?
to go
Was he an
private.
NHS dick?
I believe he was. Well, he was in government at that time. I know we're not supposed to talk about politics, but
Yeah, but some things come through anyway. Yeah, some figures are so powerful.
Some dicks get privatised.
Yeah.
A lot.
Is that? I've not had that beer yet. Have I? What's going on? Have I? Is that my beer?
That's your
Have I
beer.
tried
Yeah.
and tried it?
This
Have
is,
I-
no, it's one of
This
the
is
same
DR.
ones.
It's the same one.
Yeah,
Still on the same
yeah.
one. It was a very big can.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Sorry. Oh God. Yeah. Get that out of the conflict zone. Look, it's been a slight disaster. I slightly missed some of Tom's glass when pouring him a drink, and he's frowned at me.
well,
That's
you've
fine.
given me all the sediment from the bottom of the can there.
I'm really sorry about that.
Mix it up
But
with the others.
in a weird way, let me give you a gift to make it better. What I was about to say before I made a mess with the sediment was that earlier on I said to Tom, anything you need to get off your chest, any world worries.
Yeah.
We can.
Drop my fucking pen.
Yeah, you're right. Can you
Sorry,
reach
carry
down?
on.
Cool, you can reach all the way with your arms, can't you?
Yeah.
My arms only ever go halfway. But Tom's big worry, sediment, question mark.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he... Well, I wasn't sure if he liked it, if he thought it was necessary. I now understand from
I
what
feel
I've just
that- I
done.
Were
feel
you talking about beers before they cropped up, or was it?
No, we were discussing
Rivers.
various sediments. Yeah, rivers.
Yeah.
Coffee, you get sediment in the bottom of your coffee. It's quite
Yeah.
nice. I always, that's a sediment I like.
Oh, do you really?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Will you
Good
leave a coffee
concentration
deliberately?
Just a good concentration of caffeine.
Well, it is, yeah. Yeah, but, like, you don't mind bits and...
Well, you
Are you talking about actual coffee bits, or just thick, sludgy coffee?
Just
How
thick,
do
sludgy
you,
coffee.
how do you
yeah.
prepare your coffee in the morning? What method do you have? A machine, a thing
I
on the
haven't-
stove?
I-
Heats it on a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first thing.
I have an AeroPress.
Okay. AeroPress.
It's just like a paper filter thing.
Yeah, okay. So, do you buy it ground or do you grind
Yeah,
it?
I buy it ground.
Right.
From
Right.
my-
And quite
From
finely
my
ground.
coffee dealer.
See, if you get
It's got to be finely ground.
if you get finely ground coffee, which you need for these
Which is-
filters,
yeah.
you can drink the granules. But if you grind
Yeah.
it yourself, you can't drink the
I
filter.
mean, make sure you watch them grind it, because you don't know what they're grinding it with it, do you?
No, that's true. Yeah, no, you should be thorough, and I
Could-
think
could be
very,
anything.
very well ground, very fine, just powder,
Yeah.
and then just keep packing it in.
What's a good thing that doesn't cause harm, that's tasteless, that you can just pump into anything that they do with foods? Right.
Biloddy,
Cardboard? Biloddy? Would he do? Bits of him, I suppose.
off the top of my head.
Well, wouldn't want the wet bits.
Could you cure his hair? And I mean, not
Maybe you can
not
bake,
as
bake
an
him.
affliction, but could we store his hair in a smokehouse?
Best thing to do, you know.
I
Freeze dry him and then grind him up.
think his hair is like that on purpose. I think it attracts birds.
Ah. Well, they're going to have to go. I've got plans for that hair. Why are they in there?
Biloddy's
Okay.
hair.
Biloddy's hair.
No, I think freeze dry him and grind him up.
Well, it's just his
So
hair or his
he'd
whole...
end up
Can I have his
going back
Wellingtons?
to your thing. Whatever happens to him, if you do that, he'd end up back in the bloody rivers and you get sediment.
Yes, you can't get away from it.
You
Tom.
can't get away from it. Whatever
No.
you do, put your coffee granules down the sink, it ends up in the river. Put your beer granules that you don't consume down the sink, it ends up in the rivers.
There's a philosophical...
Local
question here,
That's why you need beavers.
chlorine outbreak
Mm,
ends up in your taps.
yeah.
so
Go figure.
I think there's a philosophical question here. Are we the sediment of something?
The universe.
Yeah.
I feel a bit like sediment.
Do you feel...
Unwanted, having poured that into your glass.
Do you feel sedimental?
Yeah, sometimes. I think that's why I like to see it.
I think
if it's in the tin, it's all sad, it's been locked in, there's a bit of light come in. I want to see that sediment. I don't want it anywhere fucking near my drink. It's going to ruin it. I mean, look at what it's done to the colour of yours. That looks like something from the bad day's washing up. But I do like to see it there.
I'm still going to drink it.
Yeah, I would.
Drink it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we like to approve of things on here.
Well, it's been positive.
Yeah,
if I was
we definitely approve of Calypso. We approve, I think, of Gamma Ray, as long as you don't have Calypso first.
Yeah.
And do we approve of Dia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do.
I'm going to set my standard as being, if someone offered me a pint of it in a pub, would I think, well, that's quite a nice pint, or greater than that?
That's nice.
And if someone offered me and I thought, yeah, it's just a pint, then I'm going to say it's just a pint. But otherwise,
it's nice.
That's where I'm starting my scale.
I think if I was going to accompany it with anything, it would be a little Viennese whirl.
Okay.
I think it would cut through that quite nicely. It's not too hoppy, but
performed by
it's not crazy on the body. That's really well balanced. I actually think that's a superb beer. Because they've hit on a middle ground. It's not too sweet. I think it's harder to do a rounded middle ground thing than to do something with super levels of taste.
Is that a beer you could
think that's excellent.
Is that a beer you could drink in large quantities?
Yeah.
Given the opportunity.
I think a couple of those and you wouldn't know about it.
5.2.
5.2. Yeah, well, that beats Stella, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's quite sweet as well. And I think that the sugars definitely go to your head. I wouldn't recommend drinking that all day long, unlike the fella on the front of the can.
I don't know.
What is it?
If you've got nothing else to do.
But I think if you saw that in an off license and it is a tin, and I think if you took that from the shelf and walked round the corner and found a load of tin of Foster's, a pack of 4, and you whip one of those under the ring and you pop DR under there. And you pay for 3 Fosters. Maybe do it with 2 DRs and then you pay for your 4 Fosters, but you got 2 of those in there. I think that would be lovely.
You say you wouldn't drink it all day long if it was a nice sunny day in the Bahamas and you just woke up next to a big crate of that and there was nothing else to do? Would you still think, no, it's not the right beer? It's not
that's good.
Not the right beer for
I think, especially in your scenario, that does want to live in a fridge. I think I would be fair to say that. I don't jump to chill beers, but I think the American, a lot of the new hops have that sort of zestiness that suits being chilled.
Yeah,
Am I almost getting somewhere there?
I think I'd like all of these beers in the fridge.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, especially not these days.
Would they kick me out of camera for saying that?
No, but maybe the British hops didn't take so well to being chilled, but the American hops they use now are a bit zestier, maybe better. American hops for IPAs. I think so.
Like Australia and New Zealand are getting it alright as well.
Yeah, I recommend that. I prefer that, I think, to Gamma Ray. Gamma Ray's very good, but as we're being picky, that's so unusual, Calypso. I can't judge it by the same standards as the other
it's like a different...
You may find this more unusual.
Okay.
Really?
I'm going to quickly...
it's not one of these fucked up ones, is it? You know what I mean?
I'm going to nip out just 1 second while you pour that.
Okay.
Careful with the sediment, mate. I don't want it going down in the glass you're into.
I don't think this one has any.
No weird things.
Nothing that I would judge to be...
Alligator spleen or something?
No. I can confirm there's no alligator spleen or nor any other part of an alligator.
I'm intrigued. It's a interesting can design.
It is.
Somebody was sat in an office one day and they were told to design a can for this beer.
It looks like the fevered nightmare of a Pixar artist.
Just thinking, you gotta make your beer stand out on the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't think that's done a good job. So if that's first impressions. That's my first. My first impression's not good.
Oh my god! Right, this looks bizarre.
It could be the most amazing.
What? Have you introduced this one? Have I missed that?
No, let's drink it first.
Okay.
Have a sip first.
Are we gonna? And then we'll.
Doesn't smell of anything. Or maybe that's just because I've had too many vitamins. Is it?
Take the vitamins out of your nose. Let your nose.
I make it sound like I'm sniffing cocaine, and I'm definitely not sniffing cocaine.
Not now.
No. Does it smell of anything?
Have you had a sip?
No.
Sip it.
Oh, it's that again.
It's called salty.
Is that the salt is amazing?
Yeah. But not as good as the first one.
This is called Salty Kiss by the Magic Rock Brewery of Huddersfield. As the name suggests, it has salt in it.
Yeah, but they haven't gone crazy with it, and it does give it a dryness.
They've gone a little bit crazy with it, in my opinion.
I think I'm with you. I think Calypso's.
The Calypso had it a bit hidden.
It's not as dry as the Calypso.
I think Calypso might have. If they are truly using salt in this, and that's why it has it. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if Calypso have done the same thing, they've done it more subtly.
That does not have salt in it.
Wow.
No, that doesn't.
But it gives you the same. It still kicks you.
I feel like I'm not sat at a bar, but I'm sat somewhere, and I feel like the drink is also the pork scratching.
Okay,
and I don't mind that at all. And my stomach is developing the sort of acids it needs to deal with 4-year-old scratchings that you've just bought from a pub.
Yeah.
But it's got nothing to do because the scratching's not there. But I feel like I've just eaten pork scratchings.
You should be scratching.
Yeah, I know. I have to scratch in its place. Okay. Yeah, but luckily, having eczema, that's never a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. But I think you like the drier, tartier. That'd be right. Sour.
Sluttier.
Sluttier. Yeah, I think you like it slutty and lightly salted.
That sounds about right.
I think that's what we're learning. Yeah.
Do you like a nice a
nice
slutty mouthfeel?
Does it leave me with a slutty mouthfeel?
That's.
I hate to say it, but it's salty.
It's hearty.
It's very salty. I feel. I don't know. I think the mouthfeel I'm getting might be Rent Boy.
Okay.
And yet I'm not put off. But when I look in my pocket, I've not been remunerated.
Oh, so you're saying you're the rant boy in this scenario?
Yeah, the salts that I'm being left with in my mouth are making me think that I've been working very hard as a rent boy, but I haven't been paid.
I mean, people keep coming in your mouth, sort of thing. Is it? Are you saying you don't like it, or you do like it?
I'm undecided. It depends how much I'm being paid.
And
what they've been eating, I suppose. What their diet is. I don't know.
And who your client is, if it's well, it's not going.
Whoever that is, they're not too salty. I can deal with it.
Yeah.
It's not even a bad taste.
Would you compliment them on the
subtleness and the delivery, and the stretch marks around my mouth are all reasonable. But I've had it deeper. Is that fair?
I think
is that?
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, I'll be honest. I was led to believe this was slightly more highbrow. But.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. But if you will hitchhike and wait to be picked up. Salty Kiss. That the brewery?
No, that's the name of the beer.
Gooseberry
Goes is that's the style of beer. It's an old German style of sour beer that uses salt.
And is that the German word for rent boy?
Let's say yes.
Yeah.
I can't. I
In
can't
a Brothers Grimm daydream.
I can't confirm otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't know what the German friend.
They say lightly sour, fruity and refreshing. I say 2 a.m. at the back of a Lidl's pallet stack in the corner of the car park. Where there's no direct light, you're away from the main car park lights there and the cameras can't pick you up, so you do what you want. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think that'd roll downhill pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
You think?
No problem. I think the trouble you'd have with this I reckon this evaporates fast on a hot day.
Okay.
And I think the salt wants to get involved with the minerality of the pavement.
Right.
So I think not bad down the hill.
The can would roll downhill quite easily.
That's true.
Well, yeah.
Makes it hard to compare to the ones that aren't in cans. But then again,
Yeah.
where I haven't done extensive testing on the cans.
Not all cans around. You like they come in all shapes and sizes now.
Especially when they get
Pentagons.
towards the bottom of the hill, they'll be all
Yeah.
dented. It's not going to be uniform.
That's why they don't do it. Because everyone will be claiming this is damaged.
Release
And
the
you'll
liquids.
be on your counter saying, no, they've done it as
I think that'll be the next thing. There's so much craft beer now that breweries will be looking to differentiate themselves, and it'll be hexagonal cans.
What would I like to drink out of?
An
An old shoe. An old shoe can.
You mean a can shaped like a shoe or an actual shoe?
No, it's just, a can shaped like a shoe.
Okay.
Surely just for transportation purposes, square cans would be
It would be practical.
very practical.
And going back to the shoe, what size, what style, and who previously?
If I'm getting to choose it, an old shoe. If someone's putting an old tin shoe on
Whose shoe would you like to drink out of? Is what we're asking, basically. Whose shoe would give you a good mouthfeel?
John Fashioning? I've admitted that so far I think Mr. Dia is my favourite.
Steady rolling man. That's your
And
favourite.
Arthur is clearly in some sort of
love.
fetish affair.
I think
with
he's
Calypso.
just infatuated with the lady.
Well, I can see. I think it just does get better and better. But of the four here,
This is actually probably my favourite, the Salty
Yeah.
Kiss. This I have had. I hadn't actually had the Calypso before today. I
Yeah.
am very impressed with it.
Yeah.
But I think
is that well rounded?
I don't know about round. I mean, a beer with salt in it is that it's quite an alien thing to a lot of people. Would you ever really call it rounded? It's still quite an unusual thing.
I would definitely buy that though if that was available locally.
Mm.
And I wouldn't think about the salt as a weird thing at all.
Right.
In fact,
No, you think it is before you drink it, and then by the end of it, you realise actually it works.
yeah. Well, I always thought that from back in my rent boy days.
Well,
Do you know what this works?
yeah.
I'm fucking loving this. Excellent. Okay, so we've all gone for different things. We've all left out Gamma Ray, which is not to say it's not good, because I think we all think that is
I drink
excellent.
Gamma Ray fairly frequently.
Yeah, I think that's a very good choice. But I think also the day you were getting these, you were feeling quite exuberant, and you've gone for some.
Yeah. Well, we've still 11 more to get.
Yes, and I have to say, I'm happy to go on record and say the last little drinking session I had with Tom. God, what back lane did I take you down for that one when I picked you up? But it was the best drinking session I've probably ever had.
Okay.
And there was no hangover, and it wasn't a large amount of drink, but they were very, very
Sounds
good. Yeah.
Which one of those four would you take in any quantity if you were going on a nice horse riding trip?
Ooh.
Along the coast.
I love riding, and I would like to say I'd take they are, I think, because they're very refreshing, the two sours. But I think that's That's very,
is it illegal to be drunk in charge of a horse? Can you be
Very-
Can you be breathalyzed?
no, I don't think. I don't think.
Even
so.
if you're using public byways.
I think.
Because I mean, we all see it. We all
If-
see
if you
people
were-
riding, people riding horses on public roads and they're zigzagging all over the place.
Yeah,
He's clearly drunk.
but
the horse or the
what you're
and
looking
or
to
the
get
rider.
fox hunting banned? I mean, you take away drink, you take away fox hunting. What?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Some sort of mad futuristic
They've
world
already,
where.
they've already moved on to badgers, haven't they?
Well, I think that is a possibility, given some of the wounds that the badger seems to sustain on its way to just falling over a pavement on the other side of the road. The frequency of these sort of wounds makes you think.
Did you know badgers aren't indigenous to this country? They were imported in from the other side of the world just so they could kill them for fun.
So they can only cross roads on the left-hand side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, makes more sense. I thought local, just say groups, local.
Special interest groups.
Yep. We're just taking them out on dates and chucking them and got them drunk and chuck them on the like you do, chuck it out in the hedge
Like that.
when you're done with
What
it.
that truck driver did in Ipswich?
Trucker. Yeah.
Trucker chucked the...
Trucker chucked them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to live near Ipswich.
That's why I brought it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's. Yeah. No, that's sorted out. That's fine. That's all sorted out. Yeah, no, I can't drive a truck that big, so.
Was that when you rammed a load of people over in the high street?
Do you have your licence with you to prove that?
No. Like my GCSEs, it's just disappeared.
Okay.
But
That's convenient.
I remember it.
We all do.
Have you run anyone over recently? Drink driving or not?
Human.
No, I don't drink
human
drive
Human or
because Anna drinks nothing but hot water and the occasional coffee, so I don't have to drive drunk anymore.
No. No.
So yeah, it's not a problem. So no. That's why
so-
nothing's coming to mind. When you
Oh,
say
okay,
hit
right.
anyone recent? No,
No.
I haven't done. No.
No, okay.
No,
Yeah.
I sort of doubt. That's more boring, isn't it? But
Have a quiet month.
yeah, maybe next. No.
Mm.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Mm,
No.
that's alright.
No.
I had to put a little update in the shop. Because I haven't knocked anyone over for months.
It is full time. You went full time with your independent post office.
Yeah, I think so. This room, in fact,
It
would
would.
make an ideal post
Yeah.
office.
Well, bits of it are very similar to a post office at the
Mm.
moment, aren't they?
Is that what the hedgehogs are for? Using the hedgehogs to deliver post?
You're not allowed to ask Arthur what he uses his hedgehogs for.
Okay.
It's all.
But I can confirm that they don't deliver post.
I withdraw the question.
They don't deliver at all.
They don't deliver
They are
post. No.
merely receivers. They are great as a telephone, aren't
They
they?
will take things away, but they don't bring things back.
Okay.
And it's very difficult to make them go where you want them to go. You can suggest things to them. You can even take them on little journeys and get them out of the box and make them recognise that, look around. Like you could park outside a church
Yeah.
and say, look, have a look, here's the church. And put it back in the box. Go a little bit further, show them an SO station. And then put it back in the box and carry on doing that for a whole, down a whole road.
But
and
next
then
time-
and then the next day they won't have a clue.
No, gormless.
They won't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Well,
But they're
who
quite
would?
short-sighted. So I'm not sure whether it's just
You must in reality you must understand that quite honestly no one really understands hedgehogs, do they?
No one does. Everyone
And there
likes
is
to
still a
claim
lot of
they do.
study going on.
Whoa.
Arthur did once get advice about putting saline drips on a hedgehog, a full drip,
Yeah.
As if you could do such a thing. You couldn't do it, did you? You tried for days.
Yeah, I couldn't find a vein.
No.
No.
No. So there's very little he's actually known about hedgehogs.
Yeah.
And Arthur is quite
Try just putting it
intensively...
in its mouth.
What? The drip?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna let you
And
open it.
he's also brought in what on the face of it is probably, compared to the others, quite a dull looking can.
Mm.
Turn that around.
Cloud
That's
water.
cloud water. Now I'm assuming this is going to be really good because you brought it here.
Yeah,
But I don't think I like this
it's
sort of
kind of
New World Microsoft cloud thing that they've put on it. I don't like that. Is that being picky before I've drunk it?
it's
It
quite
stands out.
kind of modernist, you know,
Yeah.
graphic design.
Yeah, that's what I was searching
It
for.
definitely
I don't like that.
stands out.
Let's go for this first. This
Okay.
is Bloom by the Verdant Brewery from Cornwall.
Alright. It's not IPA then. Just because it says India Pale Ale on it.
No,
That
that's
doesn't
just
mean
a-
that's not a
just-
trademark.
No.
No, it's not from India.
Okay.
Okay, we're looking at the colour.
I'm
That's
still-
pale. It's not crazy pale.
You left us. You asked me a question and then you
Oh yeah, sorry.
you sorry to drag you back, but you left me on tenterhooks by saying that you thought it was more to do with profits, like the Prophet Muhammad. You got the profit spike.
No, I mean like my overall yearly like tax return.
Oh, okay. Oh, spikes and
Yeah.
troughs and things like that.
Yeah,
Not profits.
yeah. Troughs all right. I don't think troughs are
Yeah.
overrated, are they? They're just
No.
good utility thing, aren't they? They're like a Subaru Legacy.
Yeah. Nice with cream.
Oh God, yes, great. Look, cream looks great. Cream leather seats inside a Subaru.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the beers.
Yep,
Well, that definitely looks a bit darker,
that does. Yeah.
but not silly dark. Not so dark that you can't.
Good on the smell.
Is it?
Mmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm not quite
Gonna
sure.
nip up
Yeah. Back
there.
to smelling ales.
Oh, one of our bottles.
Oh, I like that. I think it's distinct.
Got quite a strong flavour to it.
Actually, I don't know. Now, wait a second.
It jumps out at you and then it kind of runs away and hides again.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. With the 6.5% in mind, it's good. I
Do
always
you
think-
think it'd take? Would you know?
well, I always think the higher the percentage, the more it's got to try, because it's got to try not to taste too high percentage, in my opinion. If you know what I mean.
I think I can see what you're. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure.
Well, I think the stronger it gets, the more you're aware that it's a strong beer.
And so the less of it you drink. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. Just if you're dealing with beers that are, generally speaking, I mean, not these. I haven't been tried out on these professional beers.
I'm sorry, John. You left the room for a moment. We veered into serious discussion
Yeah.
for a moment.
Yeah, I don't
What are we
know.
talking about?
He's back.
Do you want me to leave?
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
I'll
we
bring
just,
the
we just
tone
got to
down.
go back to. You know.
Have you guys tasted this?
yeah.
We
Was
haven't
it
had
where are we at? What?
This is very good.
This is very good.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I like it.
Yep.
It's distinct.
Oh
It's,
no, I like it. That's quite a
Pardon
compliment,
me.
really, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay, let's have a go. Hang on a minute.
Let's see if John can guess the percentage. Oh, you know, don't you?
No, I don't. Oh,
I think you do. I think. Do you? Did we mention it earlier? Unless I've got the percentage wrong. But
yeah, that's nice.
it's good, isn't it?
Mmm. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's good.
What's it doing now, though?
Mmm. I'm getting memories of breastfeeding.
Are you?
Yeah.
Happy memories.
Great,
What,
great. Yeah.
It's just what age is this?
Yeah, will you
4,
two leave
5,
me alone
6?
for a minute?
Which child were you using?
Whose mother?
That's very good. I'm going to guess. That's well into the 6s, isn't it? Yeah, 6.5, isn't it? Yeah, saw it earlier. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a memory. That's very good. Now, I think you're getting to a point here where you wouldn't hammer those. Too many of those, would you?
Well, you couldn't.
You could try.
Mm.
That's got a lot of genuine taste, though, that.
It has.
I'm going to burp and see how it feels on the return.
That's a good that's a useful test, actually.
Good hoppiness. Yeah, that's excellent. It's making me smile. I'm getting a physical need to smile with that. Verdant Bloom, India Pale Ale. If you've got a busy day or evening, no. But if you're just sat around with people and you want to talk about beer, go ahead.
Well, yeah, evidently,
Make my day.
Evidently, we haven't got a busy evening.
No. Well, I've been
I don't
busy,
know
I've
if
been
you
busy during the day.
can you
don't
get
know
a better compliment than it makes you smile? I mean, what more can you want from anything?
Is that just that right
good.
hoppiness that kind of makes a physical reaction in your mouth, slightly
I
makes
think
your cheeks.
I prefer a beer that made me smile to one that I enjoyed the taste of.
Yeah.
If they were different.
That's
good. I'm
excellent. I'm
impressed
going to be
with
sad
that.
to see this one go.
What could beer companies put in beer to make people smile?
Oh,
Gas. Laughing gas.
yeah.
Make it a lager though, wouldn't it?
Morphine?
But what about lager with a Laugher?
Ah.
I'm really into porridge at the moment.
Could you mix it with porridge?
Yeah. They
Does it
do
make you laugh?
oat stouts. And
Yeah.
Porridge make you laugh?
Porridge
stout. I'll have a porridge. Milk. I'll have a double milk.
How much
Porridge
porridge do
stout.
you need to make you laugh? If you have a tiny amount, does it just make you smile?
I was just thinking about being filled up with porridge
Yeah.
to bursting point,
Right.
and then
That
being tickled,
sounds painful.
and all the porridge comes back out my mouth.
I think
And
at
I just return to a regular size.
At that point, you're not really smiling, are you? If you are, there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm smiling up to the point I've got to clean it up.
Mm.
That's excellent. That is. That's now in a tie for me between Dayar and Bloom.
Okay.
See, I'm
Is that the
judging
second
these-
best one you've had after Calypso?
I'm judging these like you if you were putting
Yeah. Careful where you mind going.
John Williams, guitar player, Eric Clapton, guitar player,
Yeah.
and one that does reggae.
I don't think there's a
And
suggestion
you
that
can't
any
say
are really better.
which one's
No.
better. I'm thinking this one at 6.5%. It has its uses.
Yeah.
And if I wanted a strong beer, it's a very good way forward.
Yeah.
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 And if I wanted to just make myself merry for an afternoon, I'd go with the first one that we tried that kicked my knackers in.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to be just
Calypso.
sociable in a pub and I was really happy to be served it, I think I'd go with the Dare.
Yeah.
So they've each got their little uses for me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I can't say which one I prefer.
No, but they're all the right answer, aren't they?
Mm.
Apart from at the moment, Gamma Ray.
That's
But
very
it's-
surprising.
Yeah, and it's very good.
I'm considering the Salty Kiss and the Calypso to be very similar, and the Calypso just has the edge for me because the Salty Kiss didn't jangle my knackers as much.
You don't like an aftertaste, do you?
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what. Yeah. Okay, I'm not messing about though.
Yeah.
Cloud Water IPA. with a word next to it that's clearly only there to make you feel somehow intellectually impotent.
Okay, so Equinox is a species of hop. That is the hop that was used to make this beer. It used to be called Equinox, and for reasons I'm not entirely clear on, they've changed the name.
They are very liberal with that K, yeah, but it looks interesting. And you've gone for it after Bloom, which it's got an altitude of 6.5, so it's hanging around the same altitude.
Both IPAs, both the same strength.
I can't open this because unfortunately I bite my nails.
So do I, but
yeah.
So we have to do it.
You won't know
I've
us when we
got a
want.
nail that I don't have to look. Oh, there you go.
Right, okay.
I can't smell it.
Going for the pour.
Pours quite quick, considering you haven't lifted it up much.
And it's
Look at
pouring
that, look
just
at that.
as well into
It is,
yours, isn't it?
Isn't
That
it?
does look pale.
Mm.
Thank you.
I can imagine a 750 gram hedgehog
Just-
pissing that quickly.
Yeah. I can just say for the record, I poured my glass and Arthur's glass adequately, but with no recourse. Tom's taken the can for me so he can pour his on his own, just in case I ruin it.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
was
I
that
haven't
because of the
finished it.
sediment thing a little while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Any trust that was
Yeah.
still there has
It
gone.
was a mess. And we're going to go to Arthur for first reaction to cloud water. Is it cloudy?
I
It
quite
looks
like it.
cloudy. Yep.
Quite
Is
like
it
that.
watery?
It is a bit, but I quite like it. It's good. I'm going to
It's
use
got a
better
nice
words
smell.
than I quite like and good. If it was an emergency service, I think it would probably be an ambulance.
No, there's a zest in this there. I think that would be a private, private.
St. John's ambulance?
No, like a private, not a limo. Be like
No, it's
private healthcare Lamborghini that came to pick you up, take you for an
can only
X-ray.
choose one of the 3 emergency services. That's not fair. You can't be more
It
specific.
could be an
Oh,
organ
alright.
transplant.
You-
All right, okay.
If it was going to be,
If I had to use one of the 3
three,
emergency services, then I'd say it was a gang of firemen out on a go-karting weekend.
okay. It's
But I mean,
That's not
surely
fair.
the salty kiss
Wow.
would be a coast guard or a lifeboat.
Well, okay,
yeah.
Salty Kiss, yes, that's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
Salty Kiss is the Coast Guard.
Definitely.
Bloom is the Vanguard. And Gamma Ray is no one's guard.
It's a community support officer.
Yes. So he's going back there because he holds no sway in the actual flow of power. These are very good. There's a dribble left in there.
No.
Is that
You can
sentiment?
put it in. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
Leave the sentiment. In.
So I think that's probably what you got going on there.
Mm.
Wow. That's the strongest burp of the evening. That's got to say something
is
for it.
that a good sign?
It's great on the burp. Great taste.
Definitely fruity.
Yeah.
And the mouthfeel.
Is it a bit mango-y or
Yeah.
chutney?
Mangoes probably put on the ball.
Again, I think I've said this before. There's a hint of ambongo.
Yeah, there is. Right at the end,
I
comes through mixed fruits.
I
Yeah.
have heard that many of today's
Actually, I've got a straw that I can have it through.
respected breweries are heavily influenced and inspired by the classic.
There is
recipe of
ambongo, isn't
There
there?
is a bit of umbongo.
Yeah. Do they make that in the Congo?
So they make. I'm not sure what they're
Oh,
making.
okay. No, they
anymore.
probably. Is that fair trade? I don't want to drink it if it's not.
Do you want to drink if it is?
That is a good question, and
Do they all cost about the same?
No, it's
okay.
Per-
so what's
per
the
milliliter?
what is the cheapest thing that you bought here?
this was the cheapest.
Which is Salty Kiss,
yeah,
and that was
I think I paid £1.80 for that.
£1.80. And what is the most expensive thing that we've had so far?
I think it would have been the Cloudwater.
Coming in at
I'm struggling to remember, but I think it was over £3.
that's a bigger can for the record.
Mm-hmm.
The can is that 500ml.
It's about
440. So I'm not quite sure. why
Okay,
that
that's
is.
so.
13. and a
It's
half
the most
centimetres.
expensive, and it's been deliberately awkward about its size.
Mm.
But it is nice, I think.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I can see this being drunk just before going out on a canoe somewhere
Yeah.
Yeah.
near a river.
Yeah, it's got a flow, isn't it?
Mm.
And if you were going to pour it down a hill, what would you race it against? For a close race.
Something similar, probably. Nothing. Not
Matchbox
not a
car.
mammal or anything like that. Probably a similar a beer.
Slightly oval pebble.
A beer, perhaps. Another beer.
Mm-hmm.
Very beer.
I quite like the viscosity.
The velocity.
Yeah.
It moves quickly.
It does move quickly, and it is balanced.
How many can you
I
have?
feel as though I've been slightly hard on it. That's a good. That is. How much did you say that was? That tin?
It's about £3.
About
£3.
£3.50. That is a lot for what you're actually getting.
They are
But it is good.
Cloudwater do seem to become kind of the most prestigious of all the British craft
Right.
breweries, and the price kind of
Mm-hmm.
reflects that.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like some kind of Indian chief, maybe Scottish Indian chief. Cloudwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some connection there.
Perhaps you also look into
Maybe.
that. Yeah. And we'll get back about that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in reality, no hops grown in Scotland. I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm right in saying.
No, just
But they do use heather and things.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they use heather instead of feathers in their headgear?
I couldn't confirm that. No. No.
Yeah,
is that what they used to make their kilts?
Heather.
Yeah.
No, she'd always been dragged out onto the marshland. She
Yeah.
was being used for something else at the time, so she was never free.
I bet they use feathers though.
Never had a chance as a seamstress.
Peacock feathers would be good for a kilt, wouldn't
I'm going to a wedding in Scotland
Oh.
in September,
they? Fucking hell, do you want me
and
to
I'm
make
really
a-
looking forward to wearing a kilt.
Can I
Bar
make
the
you one?
fact,
Can I make you
I'm
one?
going to be the only English person there. Apparently, worse still, I'm from
You
Essex.
can wear a peacock kilt
Well,
then.
I want to wear a kilt, but no one else is wearing them, and then it'll be a bit like it will stand out too much. But I haven't been able.
No, but that's why you're going to do the peacock.
I thought no one else. I know a bunch of the other people go, no, none of them are going to want to do it. But maybe I can draw them into the gravity of me wanting to do it enough to sort of pull them along. But I've utterly failed.
And I think if you went wearing a normal peacock, normal kilt, people would think, yeah, he's just trying to be Scottish. But if you went wearing one made out of peacock
They
feathers,
think
yeah,
they'd
you
think,
go.
look
Bloody
at him,
Taurus.
he's wearing,
Yeah,
he's,
that's right.
he's wearing a fucking peacock
You're
kilt.
making too much of an effort.
You
So,
think?
yeah. Well, I just
Wouldn't
go
be
to
much
Is
fun.
it
miniskirt
not going to be
and
one of
all.
these weddings where people go just dressed in normal clothes and they don't even put a suit on?
No, there's going to be loads of kilts there. Loads of Scottish people there. Loads of kilts.
Ah, okay.
So I see like everyone take the opportunity, get a kilt on. Fucking hell, yeah.
Wear yours upside down or something just to show you're English and you don't understand.
Yeah, but my mum will be there.
Ah,
She'll notice.
okay. No, no,
Yeah, Anna's gonna be there. Too many. Yeah, there's too much.
no.
Yeah, there's not a chance. So there's probably not a chance of wearing a kilt, which is
No.
That's slightly sad you don't get to do that often. Yeah, Cloudwater, good.
Cloudwater.
Good. I don't know.
Maybe it
Certainly, I don't know. The other beers have been more dynamic. The trouble is, these are all very good, and it's like picking between rally cars at a good Welsh rally stage. They're all fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But
That being said, I think Cloudwater.
Cloudwater sounds like the Swiss rally driver champion.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
so does,
Yeah.
And then
so
first-
does,
cool.
Yet again,
Yes, there you
retaining
go.
his title as Cloudwater.
Yeah.
Can I go to the toilet?
Well, let's see. Can you make it past?
So you want me to bring you a couple of beers back? Or do
I'll
you need
get
to
on.
do this in order?
Yeah. Go on, let him
Is there
go
an
and get
order?
him.
So
Yeah,
I'll
there's
get
gonna be an
yes,
order.
but-
This is going to be a strict
There's
order.
an order. There's an order. Wow.
Yeah, very good. Arthur's gone out now. He has things that he occasionally has to go out and ruminate upon.
Okay. Is that what he calls it?
Interesting, gone straight for Calypso. Salty Kiss is excellent. I genuinely recommend that. Not even as an oddity.
Yeah.
It is different, but it fits like a nice glove or a fresh new pair of socks. That's very good. Or perhaps a new pair of sporty sneakers. It's got a bounciness to it. You think
Interesting.
it's slightly alien but very comfortable
I
at
hadn't
the same
thought
time.
of, beer in terms of footwear.
No.
Aside from when we were talking about whose shoes we like to drink out of.
Yeah, and the German beer earlier we were talking about, which we decided had a background taste of sweating old cheese. Much like footwear. Would you like for the record to have a go at pronouncing that?
I would say
I know what I think it is.
Wein Stefana.
Yeah, I would also say Weihenstefana, yeah. Yes, that's...
Good things.
Oh, well done.
I've got as far as
I tell you what, I'm going to get up.
Haven't eaten anything.
Yeah.
Look at that now.
Bait-nack. I'm-
Bose.
I'm going to say, from the get-go, and always being happy to be wrong, the altitude on this is 4%, which is a sudden drop down, but I think Tom's knows this, and this is going to do something with taste, or with texture or something, that is going to cut through that and make it really, really interesting.
That is the property of sour beers. That one of the properties that interests me, and I think if you drink a lot of pale ales or IPAs in one after the other, I mean,
You're
just
gonna get
having those two IPAs, 6.5% IPAs before, it becomes kind of hard to tell how good they are.
Yeah. You're getting bladdered.
There's that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is the thing. I think we ought to point out here that probably most of these aren't your everyday drinks.
No.
Which is probably the same way as beers turning into wine. You're having certain things at certain occasions.
I think there's still there's still a real time and place there.
I am definitely not complaining with the state of real ales at the moment. My only complaint is that I'm not yet in the hop growing business to take advantage of this phenomenal trajectory of real ales.
I'm expecting wonderful things from this next one.
Yeah, I think this is sort of the red herring. You slip this one in.
I was trying to make the point earlier that the higher up in percentage you go, the more you've got to prove. Because it's difficult, or used to be difficult, I'm imagining, to make your beer not taste so overpoweringly
Sweet.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
And so it's easier to play around with flavours on a low percentage.
I completely agree. Yeah.
This was my theory.
Yeah.
So
They very
I'm
easily just
guessing-
go sweet and over fermented and thick and
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether Tom was necessarily Tom might have been taking a different angle. And that
Well,
probably got a better palate and being able to detect things that I don't know. So it
I
gets
don't
to a
know
point
if I'd say
sometimes-
that. With a much stronger.
Maybe I might be sorry to butt in, but I just it might help you. I'm coming at this from the angle of being brought up on gold label barley wine.
Okay.
That was the first alcoholic drink I ever tried. It was what my dad drank pretty much most of the time.
Okay, fair enough.
And we used to go out, and that's all he'd buy me. It's all he'd take to parties because no one would ever nick it. And for me, that was a very strong. That was 10.9 back then. And it just tasted pretty. You know, you always had to hold your nose while you're drinking it, especially when you're like 15.
Yeah.
So I've got that kind of background to strong beers.
Okay.
Well, lucky you, Tom has got some beers of around that strength to try.
Oh my god! Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't hit me with those first. Yeah.
And we'll see if they've made progress
Okay.
in
We'll see if
taming.
we even make it that far.
I was going to say it's going to get a messy evening.
I think I do recommend a Crimble with craft beers.
Okay.
Craft and Crimble. I think would be a good weekend.
Have a crimble with custard. What is a crimble?
It's a coconut based
Oh, is that a crimble?
opportunity to put things in chocolate. It's very good. I think if they were thinner, they'd be even better.
Obviously not real nuts then, coconuts.
That's a word, isn't it? Can I ask her a quick question from the board of questions? Is calling a worm slow bullying? And
I think so.
if it is, what do we call immobile badgers beside the roadside? If a worm is slow?
Immobile as in alive?
No.
Oh, dead badgers.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to call them dead badgers.
Well, yeah, I suppose. That's more literal than bullying, isn't it?
You
Yeah.
should shorten it to Dodgers.
Yeah, badgers.
Yeah, I suppose you could. Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I don't know if that negates now calling a slow worm.
You can apply that to anything, can you? Dead jogs. I like that. Dabbits. Yeah, it goes on and on, doesn't it? That's a really good one. That needs to be introduced into the...
I was just thinking you've known some dad jokes, haven't you?
Damper. Dammer. Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. No, it sounds like something I'm expecting to see emblazoned across a tracksuit top. Westbrook. Or...
Sounds like the name of a state, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking it could be a particularly cretinous Bentley.
Okay.
Westbrook.
Bentley Westbrook, yeah.
But I think it's got more taste than that.
You think it's more like, say,
Don't you think it could be a child of a chav footballer?
Yeah, I think that was.
Is that
where my mind was sort of going?
You
Yeah.
were thinking? Yeah.
Would that be the first? The first name would be Westbrook. Yeah.
Or a ballet made about it, perhaps.
I think Westbrook, Brook West.
Westbrook story.
Of the third.
Westbrook side.
Westbrook side.
West side. Yeah.
Westbrook side story.
Yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna slay my cynical attitude towards labelling this one. And then if it doesn't, I'm gonna put the tin underneath the table away from all the other ones. I sort of want to play a cruel game where each of the tins gets placed underneath.
Do these? What do you mean?
Remove them one by one.
Oh,
But I don't think we're going to be able to agree on a winner here.
No. When you're buying them, are you basically at the point now where you're buying them because they're just ones you haven't seen in the shop before? Or,
Yeah, you do want to try new things, you know.
Or if you were to
Leather.
venture into a shop which was full of beers that you've never seen before, and these were some of them, would you go on just the name?
I
Or-
would look at what style it is, you know, what particular type of beer I feel like I might feel like drinking a particular type of beer at that point.
Is it often, I find my
And how much?
attitude towards buying a beer is often weather based.
Yeah.
If it's a nice day,
You want a
nice hoppy IPA,
Yeah.
similarly in winter time, it's a
But
stout
how do you know
porter.
it's nice and hoppy?
Well, if it's
If
not-
you haven't had it before, I would say the label says a lot. I know you shouldn't, but that's why they spend so long working on the labels.
Yeah. Most like kind of craft breweries, if they make something that they've labelled an IPA, you can generally assume it's going to be pretty hoppy.
Yeah, and I think maybe as a general rule, if it's 330 ml, 12 fluid ounces or something, it's expected to be of a higher quality than a 500 ml bottle. Would that be fair? Going to be of a higher.
Not always. So, I mean, like the Daya was 500 ml, so
That's also in a tin, which it is strangely now to signify super level craft beers.
Right.
well, yeah, a lot of them like Cloudwater used to be bottled. They've just moved to cans.
Yeah, but cans seem to be where it's all at now. If you've got a bunch of bottle beers and can beers,
Yeah.
the can beers are now going to be the more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you look at the when you go into like Tesco's or wherever other supermarket, it's
Tesco's is fine.
yeah. I mean,
Don't ever go to Tesco's.
Interesting.
wasn't.
When you're saying about the sizes of the cans, that Rosewater one, whatever it's called, Cloudwater, is midway.
It is, yeah.
And yet
it's
it-
a strange. The 440 ml thing is a bit strange.
Yeah.
What's
Also,
it trying to say? It's trying to say I'm not one of your specialities, and I'm not one of your
Yeah, you want a bit.
but I mean, at the price, the price is going to make you think, yeah, it is pretty speciality.
Which is, yeah, I don't think it's the best. I don't know. It feels like it's got more pretensions. It's less. The other cans all
You
look
prefer-
quite playful
Do
and.
you prefer the Verdants then? Would you say
Da-da-da-da.
that one?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Verdant Bloom, narrowly but mentally significantly ahead of Day Out for me.
Okay.
And I think they've all been very good. But
One thing that I'm not sure about. The British ones are all 330 ml. The American ones are 355. What's going on there?
well, more space. I don't know. Is there more space
Is
in
it something to do
shipping
with
containers?
something to
Bring
do
it
with the
home?
transition between imperial and metric? That kind of America didn't do. I mean, 330 ml is a pretty strange measurement anyway.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So this says 12 fluid ounces. So that's 12 fluid ounces. So that's 355 mil. So 330 mil is presumably what, 11 and a bit.
Yeah, I guess.
Really
Now,
good
I
enough.
haven't thought it, but now it's sat next to. Now we've got a British 330 and a 12 fluid.
Hang on, but what does Pepsi come in the bigger size can in America?
I don't know. I'd have
Coke.
to import. We'd have to look into that.
Get
That's
some
the
imported.
standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coke. Well, no,
Yeah,
Coke's
in this country it's all 330, you know.
Mm.
But
Would explain why Americans are bigger.
is it proportional though? What? So 330 mil, 355. What percentage bigger is it? Are Americans that exact percentage bigger? 'Cause if so, then we've basically
Cracked it.
we've cracked it.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I think so.
Yeah, no, that's insightful. Very good.
Just tell America, move down to 330 mil,
Everything's
all
alright.
your problems are solved.
Well,
Yeah.
all your problems will be reduced to vicious problems.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I think what you're looking at there in reality is they'll have their 330 mil and go, I'm disappointed. I haven't had my fill.
Mm.
And you open up another can, and I think what you're looking at is actually furthering the problem.
Well, that's their problem then at that point. They,
Oh,
just,
fair
they
enough.
need to exercise some self-restraint, basically.
Fair enough.
Do you allow headgear in boxing?
I mean, I will say Tom's just talking about self-restraint while pouring the larger can.
Well, we
Avoiding.
we agreed this was going to be the next one. There were no objections.
There's another one of those coming.
Mm. Oh, right, thank you.
So could you just
Light it.
take that from...
Oh, right.
Oh, this is ghost,
you,
not
sir.
ghost.
It's not a ghost, no.
No.
But it looks good. So this is the 4% altitude ghost.
Made with sea salt and coriander.
Oh, really?
Are you getting that? You like coriander, Arthur?
I do like coriander.
Yeah.
But I've already claimed not to be overfussed with weird concoctions. But I'm going to be open-minded.
I'm not a fan of coriander, but I do like this beer. And
There's a
that-
sourness to that.
The smell, yeah, the smell is pretty
That
distinct.
is amazing.
Mm.
Is this available in the supermarket?
No.
Wow.
If it was, do you think people would buy it? Would people buy it and then return it claiming it's faulty?
I love it because you've done exactly what I hoped you were going to do, and throw a red herring in and just...
It's
You don't miss, after the other ones, you don't miss
no.
4%. That's got so much. That good?
Yeah.
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 That is, it's also saltier, I think. than
Yeah.
The salty kiss.
I've just had ginger biscuits.
Oh, so that's slicing and...
Mm.
Is that a good combination?
It is salty, isn't it?
Mm.
Are we saying ginger biscuit
Have a ginger biscuit.
and a
Please,
ghost?
before I eat them all.
Oh,
yeah,
That's
okay.
a big packet.
Yeah, I think the ginger biscuit is a good accompaniment to beer, actually.
Yeah, wow. That's why I bought a packet.
Well, why aren't pubs doing this?
Yeah, take out the ginger biscuits, yeah.
Forget your peanuts and pork scratchings.
Mmm,
Ginger nuts in pubs.
mmm. The ginger nut good.
Mm.
Everything familiar, always as good. The drink.
Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
Oh my god, I think if
It's
you're...
called the Westbrook Goes.
The Westbrook goes.
I think if you're having a curry
Mm.
and you don't want to have a lager, then bang, go within a 50-mile radius of where you live, find somewhere that's got Westbrook, and get them to do a home delivery for you.
Or ask them if they mind you eating curry in their premises.
That is excellent. I don't know if I'd have that.
In the Westbrook factory.
Go to your Indian, get a takeaway curry, and go to South Carolina to the Westbrook factory and eat it in there. I can't imagine they'd mind.
No.
I don't know if it's something I would just go for, just for having a beer. It's almost something you'd want to get out, like a specific wine for a meal or something. I think
Would it go well with fish? The saltiness would that be too much salt?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't do fish, do you?
No. What's it good on the butt?
Ginger biscuits on the bit.
So great. Again, yeah. Perhaps the ginger biscuit the most reliable thing in reality.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah. It's a good, what do they call it in experiments when you need a thing to set everything against? What do they
A
call it?
theory, a hypothesis.
Thermometer.
No, you need if you're doing plants, for example, and you've got loads of different roses, and you're going to treat them all
A control?
differently. A control, that's the word,
it, yeah.
Your ginger biscuits are your control. You set everything against your ginger biscuits.
Yeah. A lot would come out second best.
To ginger biscuits.
I don't even think a good Wimbledon final is as good as a good ginger biscuit.
No.
When was that?
I probably prefer a ginger biscuit to, I don't know, an awful lot.
Yeah. Pair of really good boots on a wet day.
Are they wet boots or are they dry?
They're proper really good, like fucking
Do
fisherman
you know what? I'll
boots.
take the boots then, because in the rain, the ginger biscuit's going to get a bit ruined. It's the dryness that brings so
But
much.
what about if
isn't
it was a ginger biscuit on a day that was really sunny and you were starving?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
I think I just open the packet and fashion it as some sort of umbrella
Yeah,
above my mouth.
that's it.
And
And you
just let all the biscuits fall in.
yeah,
Just
that's it. Protect yourself.
fall around.
And think to
outside.
yourself, fuck it, I don't care, I'll get wet feet tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. You know, just like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
That's good. I
Yeah.
think we might have stumbled upon the most specific use of a
Yeah.
beer, which is Westbrook and ginger biscuits. But my God, that's good.
Yeah. I'm with you. I wouldn't. You wouldn't go for. I personally wouldn't go for an all-dayer on that.
No.
No,
I think that's
but I think that's why you bring it out now. If you've had a few other beers and you want to clean your palate a little bit, and that is excellent.
That and some ginger biscuits.
Yeah, some ginger biscuits.
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah,
just
you're
ginger
right
biscuits?
about the ginger on the burp. Well, while you're doing that, where are we going next? Because you've got two more immediately in front of us.
Both fruit IPAs.
Teeny tiny,
So that,
330
go for
mil.
that one there. They're both 330 mils. Just that's.
And this is called
Pompelmocello.
Pompelmocello.
If we say that in the Italian accent.
Arthur, can you?
What's
You're
that? then?
Italian. Pompelmocello.
Yep.
They're very good.
Pompelmocello.
Yeah, he said that's right. This bit of a quiet, tense moment now. I've pointed this out to Arthur. This is from the same brewery as his current favourite beer here, a new love affair, Calypso.
Well,
And it says this, Arthur. I am tart and juicy. I am grapefruit, grape zest, and I am lactose intolerant.
Wow.
So,
I like the tartan
does it
bit.
actually say that?
no, well, some of that it did say.
Okay.
Tartan what? I don't like the idea of it being
Tart and
tartan.
lactose.
Like a tartan garment, but made of fruit.
Ooh. Yeah, which fruit?
what did it say?
Grapefruits.
Grapefruits. Raspberries.
Grapefruits would be alright. Raspberries, I don't think would be very good in a dress. They go bad, don't they, really quickly.
I mean, grapefruits, you just peel them anyway.
But I think
good
you'd
for
look
colouring.
lovely in a layered pineapple dress.
Lemon in it. Got a bit of lemon.
Yeah, we'll pop a bit of
Orange.
lemon in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut the important bits in some lemon.
You could use all the peel from various citrus.
Yeah.
But,
Just cover yourself in those, but you'd have to be very, very still.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pretend I was playing a game, but I had to be really still.
Yeah.
Pretend you're a very frightened hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh. Anna won my caravan for 420 quid.
That's good, yeah. Blimey, she got a bit of a deal there, didn't she?
It's got a hell of a deal. That's
Yeah.
worrying.
Yeah.
So Anna now owns a caravan.
Well, she was, yeah. Well. Yeah, well, no. But maybe now, yeah.
Not
It's
until,
it's possible,
yeah. Not until she pays for it, at least.
Yeah. That's a bit of a bar. Grapefruit juice, grapefruit zest, and lactose.
Yeah, lactose, that's an interesting part. I'm not totally sure.
I mean, by adding that, I don't know, unless it's really grapefruity. You think, why bother adding? Just put made with lactose. That would intrigue me enough to buy it.
I mean, personally, I don't feel that sugar should be added to beer, you know.
No.
But I've tried this before, and I know it's good.
I'm jumping the gun.
So the next two beers we're going to try are IPAs, but containing fruit or fruit juice.
Okay.
Real.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Because it's worth keeping in mind any fruitiness you got from those other IPAs is just from the hops.
Mm-hmm.
That is just from the hop.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a good smell.
I don't smell. My sense of smell seems to have diminished.
Probably this. Probably
It's
destroys your
very pale.
Mm.
Alright, thank you. Just finish this.
It looks quite bodied. Where's it? Where has?
6%.
Okay, so we've made a little bit of a jump there again. You tried it?
Mm. Yeah, that's yeah, if you hadn't mentioned the 6%, I wouldn't have put it at 6.
No.
Okay. In a compliment sort of a way.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so in my yeah. Yeah, I'd have put that at the 5s, I think.
Cool, yeah, it's a bit floral, almost elderflower, that sort
Yeah.
of sweetness, thick
It is.
sweetness.
I was going to say
Which I like that in a pale ale.
I'm not getting the pineapple, but maybe my mouth's full of ginger.
She is a tart, isn't she? But again, in a good way.
Well,
Is there a bad way?
I gather you know all about that kind of thing, John.
Let's have another sniff here, just make sure. That's slicing.
It's what? Slicing? Yeah.
It's sharp, isn't it?
Sharp,
Very
like
sharp.
like that executioner sword that tunamen have in Japan.
The ones they cut tuna up with?
Yeah, like that. It's as sharp as that.
Yeah. That's pretty sharp.
That is sharp.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
I dare you to think of something sharper. That's very good. That's borderline. It's got borderline white wine acidity.
Mm.
Well, as the Calypso did, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It tastes a little bit like you've mixed various fruit, not juices, but drinks that have been carbonated.
Yeah, there is a carbonated thing there. Yeah. Yeah.
I think what we're saying is it tastes like Bongo.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Fizzy
not
on
again.
The far-reaching influence on
Yeah.
the beer industry of Bongo.
Maybe
You can't get away from it.
I know. Does it say with lactose?
It has lactose in it, yeah.
It tastes like a sugar-free version of Bongo to me.
The blue
Maybe
box.
a touch of aspartame in it.
Well, you know me.
Do you know? Yes.
I do.
Yeah,
I
they-
love aspartame. I can't live without it.
I tell you what. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They're almost energy drink levels of.
Yes, energy drink levels. That's right.
Whew.
You're right, John. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like that monster drink.
Mm.
Maybe this is what the kids drink on the way to school that makes them hyper. But it's just packaged in like a monster can. That would explain a lot.
As a taste,
They're messing their grams up and everything.
I've not gone near an energy drink for years, but I remember that smell. And as a taste, it's much nicer than an energy drink.
Mm. Oh, it is.
That is
Do you
good, and I
taste any
can't.
grapefruit?
But I think you're more with the energy drink than the Umbongo.
Yeah, I can smell the grapefruit. I'm surprised it's 6%. I do believe it.
Yeah.
I don't get the grapefruit at all. I don't think.
On the burp, freshness.
Okay. Fresh burps. That's a
Yeah.
good sign.
Yeah, very fresh. I feel
It
like
is
a dewy July warm morning
Mm-hmm.
Mouthfeel.
before the sun's really hurting me. Mouthfeel. My mouthfeel.
That might feel big.
4.
Okay. That's good. That's a good mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Mm. My mouthfeel would be probably a G on this one.
Okay. I'd
And yours?
exemplary.
Okay.
Like the sword.
We like that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's a super.
That's
It
good.
creates a superior mouthfeel.
Now, as well as being a good beer, it's in direct competition with the much praised Calypso.
because
Does it take it as a piece on the chessboard, Arthur?
No,
No, I don't think it does. No.
I'd like to have another Calypso now, at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Just
we
to-
can't do that, can
No,
we?
No.
we can't.
Where's the nearest 24-hour garage that's selling that?
I'm not really aware of any.
No. It's bloody
Every-
good.
every day.
Yeah, no,
Every day.
it's bloody good. Yeah, if this is where they're making it, good for them.
Mm.
'Cause that is right on.
And this is made in that factory where they're all blind.
Oh,
And they just use their sense of smell. Is that the one?
That sounds about right. That sounds familiar.
Mm.
I'm okay for now.
And which is the one where all the staff have got no arms?
No.
Is it that one in the bottle?
I wasn't able to get any of that because I believe they've
No
had
one
some,
could reach
they've
out
had some
for you.
issues. Yes, they've had some issues on their production.
Yeah.
line, but I do know the brewery you're talking about.
Yeah. They will wear those funny things on their teeth because they get chipped teeth all the time from picking everything up with their teeth.
just gonna tickle the ginger
Rubber
biscuit.
protectors.
Okay.
You go for it, John, because I'm getting down
I
there.
mean, like on Gladiators, like the gum attack to things.
Yeah. Well, you imagine you have to pick up pallets of ingredients and things
With your teeth.
with your teeth. They're going to get knocked about,
That's-
aren't they?
Yeah. Must have very good dentists.
Yeah.
On the ginger biscuit, after this tarty one.
Pompelmico.
Pompelmico. I'm sad to have the ginger biscuit, but not this to slice through it as I'm eating it.
Okay.
That's made me sad.
As
Yeah.
Is
as a,
something going to do
as a
that?
compliment to a ginger biscuit, would you go for the Westbrook or the Pompelmico?
I would actually take either. The Westbrook jumped out at me more, but Pompelmico is a bit more floral. It's stronger, but Westbrook's more dynamic. I think I prefer the tart.
Okay.
But I think Westbrook is extraordinary at what it does.
And I have to be honest and say, I've not had any other beer quite like the Westbrook. It's
Yeah.
even the Salty Kiss, which is the same style of beer,
Yeah.
it's significantly different. It's probably the most unique beer I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I go
they're
along with
pulling out a lot of 4%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very unorthodox. Maybe it's just a run of things that went wrong and they just decided to sell it off.
It was like a special.
But isn't that how Worcester sauce started? Kind of by mistake. They left a load of things. 'Cause you just look at the stuff that's in it. It's not things like it's got a load of like fruit and veg and then like anchovies and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. You might be worryingly close to something that's true, but I don't know.
I think that
it's
might
just-
be true of a lot of things.
Yeah.
They have like WD-40s type. WD.
It was originally meant to be like edible, something you put in a sandwich, wasn't it? And
WD-40.
yeah.
And it all kicked out.
Everyone, a load of
They
people
tried
got,
WD-39 and thought this
A load
is
of-
almost edible.
a load of people got their mouths stuck together. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Can I take you to Beavertown?
Oh,
Please
please do.
Back to Beavertown for bloody hell. That's its grammar, not the fact that I'm from Essex.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
Was that EL or bloody L in it?
Bloody apostrophe E.
Apostrophe ELL.
Blood Orange IPA, weighing in at an altitude of 7.2, which is that the highest
I
we've
think
gone
that's
this
the
evening
highest
so
we have
far.
had as of yet.
I'm
Not,
gonna
not the
pour
highest
this.
we will have by any means.
It's pale again, very pale, almost like Duvel.
I'm not used to pale ales being so strong. I've already
We'll see if
decided.
that-
I've
we'll see
already
if this
decided
one-
I don't like this one.
Cures it. Is there a thing to this? Is this one you've had before?
Oh yeah. This is,
Okay, so this is a good.
it's a seasonal beer. You can only get it in the summer, but
Okay, is it particularly a summery beer? Would you say?
I think you'll see. I think you'll find that it is. Yeah.
Would you drink this in Belize? Or somewhere hot?
We talk. Depends how humid. I think. I think if it's a dry heat, yeah. I think this is a dry heat kind of beer.
You're
not
saying this is quite bodied.
I think it's an Africa kind of beer.
Okay,
rather than
it's
South
African
America.
beer.
Not a South. It's not a South American
It's not
beer.
really a South American beer.
No.
I've just
Got a nice
learned
smell.
how to smell properly. You have to pretend you're going to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah,
you don't,
smell,
your
yeah.
nose doesn't know nothing.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Did you never watch? Did you never watch that? What was it called? Where the guy used to sniff the guy and the woman used to sniff the wine. And
Yeah. Oz Clark.
I wasn't. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
one that
Who
used
was-
to go, Hollyhocks!
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, he's alright, Oz Clark.
Yeah.
He's
Honestly,
like
yeah.
smashing.
What
Yeah.
was the woman's name? James
Petula
May.
Clark?
G. Gordon.
It was James May, wasn't it?
Yeah. Got that sorted anyway.
That's good. Have you tried that?
No.
I think you're going to enjoy that because that's not overlapped. That for a 7.2%.
It does not taste 7.2.
No, that is not
I'm
indulgent.
not sure I want to try it.
Have a go. You're going to be surprised.
Okay.
In fact, that is quite thirst quenching. I would have that in the heat. You know, when I was feeling really rampant, just spraying up everything, getting exhausted.
Spraying up everything.
Up my heat
We're spraying with what?
when I'm on my heat.
Okay.
Okay.
When I want to calm down in the evening, I might very well
Have some-
reach for Beaver Town. Bloody hell. Blood Orange IPA. That's really good. I
I
can
do like
feel that there's an alcohol hit right at the back that says, yeah, I am quite strong. But it's right there at the end. It doesn't.
We'll go with that. Not syrupy. Would flow quick.
I think I could get my dad absolutely sozzled on that. I think you could misguidedly drink. This is only a 330ml can. Silly us over here. Is that sediment in the bottom?
Don't think it is, no.
Put it on your foot anyway, it doesn't.
Even though that's a little can, I think you could, until he stood up, misguidedly drink 30 or 40 of those, possibly. Or
Yeah. I would. You'd end up being displeased the next day.
you'd be weeing a lot, probably. You'd almost explode. But
If you've got enough control of your functions to wee.
shall I get a nappy?
Do you need a nappy? Oh, you're okay. No, I think I just splashed it. Splashed it. It's very spongy.
Is this something you drink a bit of?
I don't know if I drink like a load, but I could certainly drink 3 or 4 of these.
How available is that?
It's they're a popular brewery, and then their beer can, particularly these kind of seasonal ones that they don't make all the time, can be kind of hard to come by. So I always buy it when I see it.
Hard to come by because they don't make that many, or because word gets around enough now with beers to where
it's both.
people will go for that because that is very good. I would go for that.
They have become one of kind of the big. I put them in like probably the top 5 like biggest names in like British craft brewing. Siren.
Do they do an elderflower IPA?
No, that's something they should look into.
Yeah.
Or an elder sour.
If only for the name, they'd certainly sell a few though.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, after Brewdog, you'd probably say Siren, Beavertown, Cloudwater, Magic Rock. Probably kind of the big names in British craft brewing.
That doesn't have the 7.2 feel
It really doesn't, does it?
at all. No. Yeah.
That's good. It's definitely a finer art, that.
But this is what happens when you start putting things like fruit, juice, or zest or whatever into
it chills it out a bit.
Yeah.
The last time we had a few, and we were having some sort of more this kind of toffee, caramelly IPAs.
Yeah.
That got a massive load of body to them and are quite thick, quite viscous, really viscous. But these ones tonight have been a lot sharper and lighter. Quite modern, I think.
Well, I've tried to go. I mean, we're coming into the summer now, and I think beer is kind of a seasonal thing, like you say. What you drink is kind of influenced by the weather. And
yeah, it does seem to be. That's good. It's good on the burp. Going light to the burp.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, we've been lucky. We've had pretty consistent weather in here all throughout this testing.
Yeah.
So there's a control
I have
for
noticed. I looked at the forecast beforehand and it did not say that.
No.
It said there was.
Yeah, you're going to have porters early on.
So there's no
breaking off into milds and pale ales.
You can imagine some reviews are done where they test one beer on a really nice day by the river, and then another one on the top of a fucking mountain when it's snowing.
Another one in the middle of a disused industrial estate.
Always one of those.
Yeah.
And how can you possibly compare?
Because it's going to be completely different.
You need a controlled experiment, don't you?
Yeah.
So well thought through again. Yeah.
I go out driving, I see,
Mm.
I have a look, see if Tom's wandering up the road with his big bag.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, today was, as I thought, well, before I pick him up, I'll see if Arthur's about this evening.
That's very kind of you.
And a controlled
I
experiment.
mean, I
Come alive.
tried to jump into the hedge
Yeah.
to hide, but he's already seen me.
Yeah, well, yes, yeah. Got